TSN 690.
Welcome back to Game Points. I'm your host, Matthew Ross. The clock has hit midnight, and it's good a time as any to bring back our signature segment here on the program. We call it GamePoints Rendez-Vous, and it's a lady segment. We feature a lady of the week here on the program, and tonight's professional comes by way of hockeybroad.com as well as thechecking.line.com, and you can follow her on twitter.com/hockeybroad. It is Cheryl Adams. Hey, Cheryl, welcome to the program.
Hi, how are you?
Very well. Very well, thank you. Good to have you on the show. I was struck certainly by the, I don't want to, how do I phrase this? The bluntness of your Twitter account, the name of it. And it piqued my interest. Thought this is someone who certainly has perhaps a fun side that would tolerate a segment such as this.
Well, you could have gone with my name and gone with a little bit of old Miles Davis. He has a song named Cheryl. But Kenny G, a little Miles, no problem.
Yeah, well, we try to make it as cheesy and silly as possible, right? So what's cheesier than a guy with a perm and a flute?
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, I'd like to explain to you how Game Points Rendezvous works. So we have two gentlemen here in the studio that will also be in on it. Across from me, his name is Mo Khan. He'll probably be tweeting you after the program, if he hasn't already, because he likes to sort of get a one-up on the rest of us here for this segment. So I'm surprised, Mo, that you haven't been trying to sweet talk her and make sure you win the segment. But anyway, you can say hello.
How you doing today, Cheryl?
Good. How are you, Mo?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right, and we have Stefano Micella, an up-and-coming superstar in the world of radio, helping us out here. Stefano?
Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine.
All right, enough with the pleasantries. So this is how it works. Each of us asks you one question. Then, following that question, it's lady's choice. You either get to ask one of us a question, or you can choose one of us to ask you a follow-up question.
Okay.
Sound okay?
Sure thing.
All right. Here we go. My question is first. You're based in the Chicago area, so my question is very simply, are you a Taves guy, or are you a Taves lady, or are you a Patrick Kane fan more so?
Given those two, I would say Jonathan Taves, but if it comes to my favorite guy on the team, it's Duncan Keith.
Off the board. All right, fair enough. Mokan?
Cheryl, I noticed on your Twitter wallpaper you have various goaltenders in the background, Ryan Miller in particular, Corey Crawford. What is your favorite goalie helmet?
My favorite?
Yes.
Well, are we talking all-time, or are we talking
all-time, currently, whatever goalie helmet that you have enjoyed watching on TV?
Antti Niemi, the year he won the Cup for Chicago, had a fantastic hawk design, and it had kind of tribal artwork on the side, and I'd say that has to be one of my favorites. And it's probably my all-time favorite.
Interesting. Is that on the Twitter wallpaper?
No, it's not.
Come on, Cheryl.
He's a shark now, and I try to use current pictures, but I didn't really have a good picture that was close up that I liked of it to put on that particular wallpaper when I put it together.
Fair enough. I think my favorite Hawk helmet's still Eddie the Eagle, Belfort from the early 90s, I think. But, all right, let's throw it over to Stefano.
All right, Cheryl, I've been to Chicago once, and I absolutely love the city, and I'm thinking of going back there. I wanted to know from you, what would be a spot that's great that tourists probably would not normally go to?
What type of thing are you interested in? Are you talking about something for tourism, or are you just a restaurant? Or
it could be a restaurant or just any beautiful spot in the city.
If you get up to the North Shore, up to Evanston, I don't think it's quite as touristy as being downtown, but it's a nice shopping area. There's a movie theater. There's a lot of good restaurants downtown. My favorite is Lulu's, which is a nouveau Asian fusion. I don't really know what to call it. And they have a nice stretch of beach that's easy walk from downtown. So it's about 40 minutes by train or L tracks out of downtown Chicago if you have the time to get up there.
That's all Stefano ever talks about is Asian fusion. That's perfect. Perfect. All right. Well, now it is ladies' choice. It's your choice to either ask any one of us a question, or you can have one of us ask you one more question.
I'll go with one of you guys asking me another question.
Got to pick someone.
How about Mo?
Oh, Mo. We're going to hear about this for a while. All right. Go ahead, Mo.
Obviously, Cheryl, of course, the Blackhawks went through some dark days prior to their cup run a couple years ago. Who are the true celebs that are true Blackhawks fans? We always see Vince Vaughn at Blackhawk games at the United Center. Is he a true Blackhawk fan, or is there someone else that no one knows about that is a celeb or most known person in the world that is a Blackhawk fan?
You know, I don't really follow the celeb people side of fandom or whatever.
You shouldn't have gone with Mo then, clearly.
Vince Vaughn leaps most obviously to mind, but you've got Jeremy Piven, who's a big diehard fan. I don't really know him beyond that. I don't really pay a lot of attention to, celebrity news page or anything like that. I'm definitely more of a sports page and front page news type of person.
There you go, Mo. What a waste of a winner, huh? Now you're second-guessing it, huh, Cheryl?
She's not.
I thought you guys were going to come up with, Cosmo NHL questions, so I was kind of braced for that.
Yeah, well, if it was going to be someone, it would have been Mo. He's the guy who wears, the fashionable scarf in the studio. And earlier, I kid you not, Cheryl, we talked on a sports radio station. First 3 minutes of the show was about how Mo likes to moisturize before bedtime. So, that's what I'm dealing with here on a regular basis.
Okay.
Yeah. Your thoughts on the season about to start? You excited? What are you most looking forward to?
I think that due to the shortened season and the fact that it's all intra-conference, they're not going to have any East-West Coast games, that it's going to be a pretty exciting season overall. There's no chance to drop half a dozen games in a row and go, well, we have the rest of the season to make that up. Every game has got to count. So it's going to provide us with some pretty exciting hockey. You're going to see, fierce rivals going at it. And there's definitely a lot of players and goalies out there that need to prove themselves this season to see what's going to happen heading into next year. My prediction for the Stanley Cup is currently Kings-Rangers, but I also like the what's happened the past 3 years, that there's been teams that have had huge droughts broken. I think that's great for the game when one of those droughts gets broken. But overall, I'm thinking it's going to be a pretty exciting season.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm looking at thechecking.line.com, a great hockey website. You can, on the first page, under featured columnist, big Blackhawks logo, that's her article, The Chicago Blackhawks Prepare for a High-Paced Season, from Hockey Broad. Hockey Broad on Twitter.com as well if you want to follow her there. Cheryl, thank you so much for your time this evening. Really appreciate it. Was it okay?
Yeah, it was fun. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
All right, just checking. Always have to ask. Always have to make sure it was all right.
Yeah, it was fun.
All right, thanks so much, Cheryl. Really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. Have a great night.
There you go. That's Cheryl Adams from thechecking.line.com and Hockey Broad on Twitter.com as well. Congratulations, Mo.